Hello. Hi, Heidi. How are you today? Oh, you'll be back. I'm okay. I started out my day with a phone call. I usually get up at 8:30. Now, this morning I woke up around 7. Had to go pee. You know, the drill. And then I laid back down to listen to a podcast and get just a little more rest. I fall asleep to podcasts. And I got a phone call from my partner saying that for, I don't know, the third time his work van, he's an electrician, was broken into. Alarm did not go off because they know how to break into the windows like a locksmith and just pull the whole window out and then get in through the back windows or the front, not set off a motion detector. And they stole all the power tools, some of which were brand new that we just bought to work up here. So, and this van has also been stolen once, multiple parts taken. I mean, it's just where he lives on the borderline of Berkeley and Oakland, and it's the city. And these things happen every 20 minutes. Every 20 minutes. So that was a fun way to wake up. And but maybe it's pushing some things along about, getting out of the city. I don't know, but my God, that was not how I planned to wake up. So I'm Lucinda. I'm actually doing good. That was just how I woke up, but that is not how I feel right now. Life happens. What are you going to do? You got to keep rolling. And today, I'm in Northern California. Let's do business. I'm in Northern California. I've been selling for decades, YouTube 3 years. I do 2-week build-a-boxes. Today is week 1, the last day of week 1, and Friday, 7/24 of July, which is insane. Usually not usually. I used to do like a really chill Friday for a long time where I just talked about, stuff and how to date it and all of that. I did that for quite a while. I'm not doing that today. I have had very low sales. And so I'm going to have a pretty normal sale. And the first hour, I'm going to go through some items pretty quick, some of which I showed yesterday, but they're going to be slightly reduced. The sterling silver necklaces. And then I'm going to go through stuff that you haven't seen, more high end. I do have some vintage, I do. But after the first hour, and I need to set my timer. I'm only going to do an hour and 45 minutes today. Something like that, unless, something incredible happens and there's a lot of sales and, whatever. Because Melly comes on today at 5 o'clock my time, 8 p.m. Eastern. And I always like to go see Melly, and I'm always really late because my sale ends I don't know, about 15 minutes after her starts, usually something like that. And then I have to feed the animals, get my dinner, yada, yada. So, anyway. And sales are just slow. They're just like, for me, slow. So, last piece of business I didn't say. My jot form is up there. Didn't I paste it? Oh, I didn't. Click, enter, boom. Still not doing it. Hold on. I'll get there. Ooh, I do need to turn the fan on. I just got hot. It is 88 today, so that means inside the house is 75. Not too bad. I can handle that. Bump, 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 bump. Yeah, I don't know where I was going. Sales are slow. I ship from Northern California. There's my job form. I use PayPal, pirate ship. But everyone, if you don't know, I'll say this probably through next week and then stop. USPS rates have gone up. They don't divide in between 1 to 4 ounce, 4 to whatever ounces. Anything up to a pound is charged at the rate of a pound. And they increased by 10%. So even with pirate ship, I mean, that's what's happening, and it sucks. So unfortunately for all of you, I just sent out all my invoices, but one more. Shipping is just higher. So it's a good thing I do 2-week build-a-boxes and always have, and don't invoice out until, about 5 days after that is finished, because you're really saving money now. Good grief. I did change one of my ring lights to much lower, and you can see I'm much brighter. Now, it may really bug my eyes, but when I get new glasses, I think I'm going to take a day off next week just to make phone calls, appointments. It should shade them, but I think this is going to help show items so much better. Yes, I do. So, I am going to take a moment and blow my nose. I took Claritin. I don't know what's going on. I think it's age. I really think it's age that I'm just constantly, no matter, hold on one second, I'm going to turn the camera off. No matter what I do, that I have allergies. I mean, I cannot take the pseudoephedrine type of allergy things, which is why I take Claritin. But it doesn't seem to really be working anymore. And it's embarrassing to me that I constantly am sniffling despite taking Claritin. See? My nose. But there's nothing I can do. Oh, Heidi. I have, thank you. That's a good question. I have delicate eyes because they're blue. They're like hazel blue. Anyone in the world with blue eyes, the sunlight hits our eyes extra hard. And like I can remember, here I'm back. Whoa, no, I'm not. Now I am. I can remember as a teenager and a young adult walking down the street and the lights shining off the metal of the cars like hurt my eyes. So it's just because I have blue eyes. Yeah. Do you have blue eyes, Heidi? I mean, that's that's a thing. And I do, this eye has a tiniest bit of macular degeneration. That's why I've got, so I don't know what day I'm taking off next week. I'll get back to everyone on that. But I am going to, because there's things I have to maneuver around, and I've got to get new glasses. I usually have, these ones are very worn out, and they have a blue for the light from the computer. So it'll help with that. Oh, and dry eyes. I've had dry eyes my whole life. So I don't know. We could talk about that for a long time, but this is a sale, but we could. I think all of that, along with any kind of trauma or genetic trauma, and then a physical injury, are markers for fibromyalgia that, maybe we should all be paying attention to. We as in doctors. Right. Yep. 100%. So last piece of business, and then I'm going to roll, because I know a couple other people who are coming on, and I want to get stuff in before then. Oh, man. Oh, so people have been sending me emails, and I'm not getting them at all. These are people who I've been emailing with back and forth for 3 years. I'm not receiving in any folder whatsoever any email. And I keep saying I have a .net email. I'll post it now. I don't think that has anything to do with it. And this has been going on for about a month and a half. And it makes me feel as though people very likely are watching my sales and shorts that I drop, and they're not getting through to purchase anything. So that's bad for business. So I have a whole nother Gmail email. And over the weekend, I am going to change my jot form and change my thing here on StreamYard and over on YouTube to that email, because I don't know this for a fact, but I suspect I'm losing money. And I don't know why my AT&T.net is not allowing my friends' mails. I mean, it allows every type of, P I L E, dysfunction crap to get through and go into my promotions, because I have categories, but it won't let a friend's email come through, even to my junk folder or promotions. Something's wrong. So that's going to be changing, just a heads up. And when it does, I'll keep it up on the screen for a while so everyone gets in the habit. Okay. So, boom, boom. Here we go. Starting bid. You've seen this before. You're seeing it again. I have lowered the price after looking at completed bracelets, but still not as much as you might want. But I know what it's worth. So and another thing I do is put in a lot of description, and then I pull it over here. But again, it blocks what's going on. So I'm probably just going to be describing the item, and the price is going to be over there, and you'll just need to go look at it. So this is a starting bid of $34. It is the 18 karat plated, 18 karat gold plated Avon charm bracelet. And Heidi, I will email you, and we'll try to figure out a way to do this so we can talk about the customs form and all of that. Oh, yeah, look at the light. Yay! I've been trying for so long. Don't look at my nails. So here is the rotary telephone. The original old, like you can just picture the butler answering the phone. Avon, this is 18 karat gold plated. These all are. This gorgeous owl. Look at that. You can really see stuff now. Oh, I have moved this ring light so many times. Wow, we can all see. That's spectacular. When I was, taking care of my mom and my dad, I only did YouTube during my dad. Before that, I was doing something else, but I never had this problem. This is a little chair with an acrylic pink pillow. It is gold plated, Avon. This coffee mill, old grinder that you would see in the, old stores. The wheels go round and round. This is a really coveted one. The majority of these individually sell for, oh, sorry, I just got the worst leg cramp from my back. I may have to get ice. I don't know. Let me try not to lean so far forward. That was interesting. A little old-fashioned lace-up boot with acrylic. Avon. And this, oh my goodness, it's a vessel and water bowl. You know how you used to 100 years ago, and some people still do, have the water and the bowl to wash in the morning in their bedroom. Very old fashioned. So, and the bracelet itself is a really nice old heavy duty charm bracelet. The bracelet is not gold, nor do I believe it's gold plated. I haven't tested it, but I can't imagine. But it's really nice, really heavy. It's waiting for you to add more charms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 charms. So at $34, it's a little more than $5 a charm. These sell, the coffee mill average price is $18. Same with the owl. So right there, there you are. You've made your money back. This is beautiful. It fits on me, I do believe. I'm really getting into charm bracelets, and so are a lot of people. They're back. They're back in style with a vengeance. It just fits my wrist, so I'm at 7.25. This should really be a 6.5. Should really be a 6.5 to hang properly. And I am going to have a couple more of these, just as a heads up, everyone. And look at this. This right here, I just noticed for the first time. So, oh, no, that's me. That's because my leg was hurting, and I'm an idiot. I am probably going to get up and go get ice. Yes, I am. Okay. Yes, I am. So, I do not have something I can hang this on, but this started at 34. Hi, Doug. How are you? I have to be right back because my leg is hurting because of my stenosis that's severe in my lower back. And so I've got to get ice. I can't believe it. I'll be right back, y'all. Maybe you can be entertained and guess what's in my background. All my vintage goodies. Be right back. Wowzer. That's a lot of pain. I'll be right back. I'm coming back. It's really interesting to me because I did take a quick shower an hour ago, and up until I sat down, nothing hurt. I'm back. So, did anyone like any of the things back there? See my pink perfume bottles? There's a lot. Wow. Okay. If this continues, hold on one more second. This is terrible. Doug, I know you're having a sale in, good Lord, half an hour. So as long as I'm doing this and trying to determine if I can carry on or not, sorry, I'm going to go to my current sale, and maybe I am, maybe I'm not. maybe I'm not. I am. Okay, excellent. Wow, this is crazy. This is why I can't. Why I'm housebound now. I'm trying to just do a favor and drink. Yeah. Yeah, pain is terrible. Drop. Wow, you have so much stuff, Doug. I'm just trying to drop your link. There you go. That was a whole thing, but maybe it gave my leg some time to chill out. There you go. That is Doug's channel, everyone. Okay, so Lord help me. Let's try to carry on. Let's try to carry on. Okay. Keeping my leg at a different angle. Choice. Starting bid of 18. So I'm going to keep the prices over here because StreamYard, YouTube, I think it's YouTube, has changed how much room I have on the screen, and you just can't see stuff. So this is a choice. These are much older, and they're beautiful. And I don't even know how much I paid for them anymore. But, and I can't bend. That's the deal. So this is choice starting at 18. Here's your shepherd's hook. It's a really nice links of chain. It's not gold, it's costume. It has this hang tag, but nothing is on the hang tag. So it still may be a clue. I don't know. So this is the extender part. Then you have your plain gold. And then on this one, you have 3 vintage blue wedding cake beads. Now, it is my memory that wedding cake beads are the ones that are painted on the outside, not something on the inside. So it's not painted. It's not like hand painted. This is melted glass, but it shows on the outside instead of being down inside like rods. Difference would be something totally different, but you know, this is rods that they layer, design, and fire in a kiln, right? This is painting, and then they fire it in a kiln. These are not rods. There are other beads from Italy. Look at that blue. And those are little tiny flowers. I hope they're showing up. They are painted. See how there's not a rod underneath there? And fired in a kiln. And these are, there's a blue one and a pink one. They're the same size. These are going to be chokers. Your choice starting at 18. I can't go lower than that with these. These are beautiful. And then the pink one is my favorite. This one with kind of what I call the Greek key chain, really fine and detailed. It's possible that this is a gold plating. It could just be costume, but it really has, see the coloring? I didn't test it. I never have. And on the bottom of this one, that whole, this is not an extender. That is the chain. It's really demure. And then you have 5 painted pink vintage beads with the rods going through. And again, it's going to be a choker. So that is your choice at 18, starting at 18. And that's the lowest I've ever offered either one of these at. And I can't do lower. So we'll put these over here. They need to go back in a bag. Let me show this. I haven't shown this in a while. And if you're not registered with me and you see something and you'd like to purchase, go ahead and put a bid in. I trust you. And then my jot form is up there, and I can drop it again so you can register. This is a starting bid of $63. This is, I love this piece. I restrung it so that I could add more to it. It has a box closure. These are also old Italian beads. I call them black lava. Now that's just what I'm calling them. But these are hand blown and molded. Might be a little bit too much light. Please let me know if it's too much light, Heidi. Let me know. And so when I got this, it was just the black glass. There was nothing, it was just black. So I took it apart and I added these old amber colored, kind of a bead, Czechoslovakian spacers. Make it kind of orange and black, Halloween, right? It also lengthened it. And then at the bottom, I put 3 small amber beads that I bought in the 1980s. This used to be a bracelet. And I used to make a lot of jewelry. That's another thing. I need probably take a whole week off towards the end of August to make jewelry. These are really nice old amber. You can actually, some of it you can see a little bit of the, see that? Resin, not resin. Yeah, well, amber is a resin. The material that's in there. There's no bugs or anything like that. And I did all of this to make it long, to make it really pretty. And then I thought that doing it this way, you could put something here with a hook enhancer to really jazz it up. And it is about, I don't put necklaces over my head anymore either. It is about 20 inches long. So it's going to fall. Now I have to move this. I'm working out the new lighting. It's going to fall right about there. And it's really gorgeous. And this is, I know 63 sounds like a lot, but if you collect these beads, these are very unusual and it's very nice. And I redid it for you, so you don't have to. Okay. Back on, here it goes. I am going to show something that I picked up from a friend recently. Thank you, Heidi. I love that piece. And I love that it's Halloween colors. And to me, orange and black doesn't have to be Halloween. I think black is a very chic color to wear year round. Starting bid of $39. And this is a great price as well. I am fortunate to be able, even though I'm housebound, to be able to attend a lot of sales. And when I see something that I think is really awesome, I can buy it and wear it myself for a while and then flip it. So I do not know if this is sterling silver. We've talked about this. I don't care that much about it unless it was the whole thing. This is the extender. It's about 1.5 inches. These are potato pearls. All different colors, and my favorite colors. They're natural pearls. I'm sure they were probably created in a river, possibly here in America, with irritants. Sometimes they're actually made in mollusks. Mollusks. See, I took speech for those S's. A mollusk instead of a clam. Is that right? Pearl? Clam? I think, at any rate, more than likely. And my favorite colors are actually the bright lemon, like this one, the blush pink up here, this maroon, and I love this on pearls. A lot of people want it crisp and clear and whatever. And the teeny tiny baby ones, oh my gosh. There's grays. This one here by the maroon. Tell me if the light is blowing everything out. Like maybe it's too bright and I can turn that down. Are you seeing that this is like got purple in it, like a Tahitian pearl? Heidi, check, check, sound check, look check. Right. So, Heidi, can you see that that's the deep green purple with pinks on this pearl, or is it too bright? I'm doing a visual check. Or anyone else can tell me as well. Let me know, please. And then there's olive green. And like I said, it's all different sizes. And this, look at that one. Honestly, I have worn this a couple times, and I have to say that I'm super impressed with it. It makes me happy. It brightens up my day. And this is an outstanding deal on this. And if no one, okay, thank you, Heidi. If no one is interested after I show it about 4 times, it's going into my personal collection because I really like it. Yes, right. Well, a clam is a mollusk, but it's a different kind. It's a blue, long, thin, and they're called just a mollusk as opposed to a clam. If that makes any sense. Kathy, are you in here? Hello, hello. So that's probably better. Yep. Thank you. So, and this is about 16 inches. And it just is joyous, summery, and happy. Starting bid of 39. Look at that, 16 inches. Maybe 15, and that's with the extender. So if you didn't want to use the extender, it would be, you could wear it up here at just about 14.5. This is sexy. It's elegant. It's also just fun and throwaway. It's got multiple purposes. multiple purposes for wearing. I love it. I love it. And all the colors of the rainbow always make me happy. Like at the end of my sale yesterday, when Zen came in and bought the rainbow tower wrapped on sterling silver necklace, I was like, that's so perfect. Yay. How's it going today, Kathy? Heidi, can you email me, not Instagram, but email, and let me know, like convert the time to what would be an acceptable time for me to try to do one of these with you so we could talk about shipping to Belgium? Hi, Melly. How's it going, darling? I am trying to push through my first hour. I just posted Callie Doug's link. He's coming on at 4, and you're coming on at 5 my time, 8 Eastern, and Doug is coming on at 7 Eastern. So yeah, and I want to be through by the time that that you are coming on. Yes, I mean muscles. Noel, hi Noel. I mean muscles. Noel for the win. I should give you something for that. Thank you, Noel. That's exactly right. Mussels. Yes. Here in America, in our rivers, back east, I think Ohio, etc., we are creating potato pearls and others by putting an irritant in mussels. You're 6 hours older than me, Heidi? Well, bless your heart. That means you're my big sissy. Okay. Just send me an email. I'm not, one of the things with fibromyalgia, which is the upper body with me, that is that memory when I'm trying to multitask is not happening. Okay, now I got this from Melly. And Melly, can you drop your link, please? I would love it. I always want to promote you. Melly has become one of my best, never met in person friends. I mean, she's just solid. So, Melly, please drop your link. I bought this ring from Melly. I'm not asking much more than I paid for it. I thought it would fit all the way down right here, and it doesn't. And I'm really bummed about that. It is a very unique, beautiful old ring on the front and the back. This is a really great older piece of turquoise. This is a type of druzy. This is a total artist interpretation. I have to move out of that bright, bright light. I cannot tell. I'm going to presume that that's a piece of glass. I think it's kind of like a beach theme. Now look at what's happening around the outside of this piece. It is sterling. Look at the mounting on this. It's definitely older. You can tell someone wore this to death. Look at I think this is like the roots. And you can see there's druzy all throughout. The main piece is the druzy with that. And look at you can see the minerals coming through right there. The crystals, like a clear quartz. I hope you're really getting the idea of this. I saw it. Melly does such a good job showing rings. it just reminds me of the beach. And then, so look underneath. So, roots or tree branches, because to me, this is one or the other. Roots or tree branches hugging it. But if I stay on my beach theme, to me, and that's why I got it, because I love the beach. There's one near me I need to go more often. That's on my list to start doing immediately. Even if I can only sit in the car. To me, it's like a piece of driftwood that came up on the beach. And then they cut the band to match that theme of not being straight and solid. It's just a really spectacular, innovative design. And it reminds me of the beach. Thank you, Melly. Yeah, yes, me too. Everything. I have to, and it is, yeah, see, it's a size 7. And this finger can fit a 7.25 when it's not hot. But when it's hot, a 7.5. So that's why it doesn't go down all the way. It's just, whatever artisan made this was not only really creative, but they really knew how to work with silver to make that whole tree root system. Yeah, they really knew what they were doing. It Melly, right, and it's an oldie. It really looks like it has a lot of age to me. I love this ring. I mean, the reality is, I love this enough that if it could be expanded by just that quarter of a size by a jeweler, I may do that. I might take it to a jeweler up in Mendocino. I live near Mendocino, town of Mendocino. I'm in Mendocino County. So, yeah. It's just, there you go. It's beautiful. I love it, Melly. So that may be what I do. I don't know. Hi, lurkers. How's it going? I love this ring. So we'll see. Let's do another ring as long as I'm on rings. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? This is a blue topaz with CZs, and it is going to be a starting bid of $33. Hi, Billy. Well, Billy, I'm having, apparently, because I took a shower and then sat down, a lot of back pain. It was the shower, I promise you. And I got different light going on. So while it's kind of hurting my eyes, look how well you can see. You can see, we can see. I only wish my back display, I may change things around exactly backwards so you can see all the vintage kitsch that is like my favorite, and my Buddha, my turn of the century pyrography geisha, perfume bottles, antique milk glass container. So look at this topaz. And I do know this is a real topaz. To my knowledge, it was sold to me as such. There you go. Look at the mounting. I believe I bought this not that long ago, and it was in a set of like 6 items at once, I believe. And I'm keeping my prices on the side now, y'all. Thank you, Heidi. Heidi is such a doll. I'm pretty sure this is just a 925 vermeil, not because who would sell me gold for a price in which I can turn around and flip it. It's a AFJ Sterling 925 AFJ. Do not know what that means. But I'll tell you what, it fits on my 7.5. And if it fit this finger or this finger with that mounting, it wouldn't be going anywhere. That's gorgeous. So let's just double check on the mandrel. Well, yeah, okay. It was a little loose, so that makes sense because it's sitting at an 8.5. It was like way too comfortable over there. So it's an 8.5. AFJ, the mounting. Beautiful. That's beautiful. 8.5. See, this is more like 8.75. Dang it. Hi, Barb. Barb is in at 33. I love this, Barb. Barb, I'm so sorry that bracelet was too small for you. I know you were excited and you emailed me, and my response was, I was first thing in the morning, and you did not get the best. Most, you didn't get the best answer from me. I was just like, without like any caring. I'm very sorry. Okay, so someone else would have to come in at 35 or higher. It's $2 increments. Fair warning. After 25 and after 50, it's 5. And then I'm accounting for the lag here. I've shown it for a while. Last call. 35 or forever hold your peace. It's an excellent deal. Boom. Sold to Barb. Yay, Barb. I'm really glad you got this ring. It's beautiful. And honestly, I would love it if it fit right here. Yeah. On me. But it's not mine anymore. So. It doesn't matter. How is the smoke, Billy? How is the smoke going? Is it better? I looked it up. There's so many wildfires in Canada, and now there's like, I think 2 fires, one in France and one in Spain, like Madrid, near where Leslie's son is, and they're evacuating people. And we have fires everywhere. I'm just like, what's going on? That is my question of the day, is what is going on? I need to make Barb a bag. I mean, I know we're having an early hot summer, and I know that we did not do forest management correctly for a long time, but wow, no, see, Heidi, I'm so sorry. Craziness, just craziness. Okay. So I am going to return to a few of these sterling silver necklaces from yesterday because one of these, in my ignorance and my, forgive me, y'all, my learning about semi-precious stones, I screwed up on this one. So here you go. So it is being that too. Okay, Heidi, no problem. You can be right back. Yeah. Well, that's a problem too, Kathy. This is bright red. It's so red, it's almost black. It's on a bale. It could go on a torque, but it'd be awfully small. Now, it's just that basic mounting, but I love these mountings actually. It's on a 14-inch, very fine 925 chain. Is it twisted? See, now I have to get used to it. Yes, it's a twisted chain. And in my ignorance, I read the back of it and it said China and it said 925 and it said CZ. Well, I'm like, okay, CZs don't come in colors, so it has to be some other stone. Well, I did some diving this morning. That's not true. CZs do come in colors. So it is a CZ. So that just means it's man-made, similar to a diamond, and it's dyed red. It's a very huge stone. Huge, large stone. Pretty mighty. And let's move my hair out of the way. And turn it around the right way. And very dainty and delicate. I mean, very dainty and delicate. So that's why I put it on this very dainty short chain. I think it's glorious, but Oh, you're still here. Aren't you in your sale yet? Yeah. No, not everything. Thank you, Doug. Not everything made in China is crap at all. And in fact, there's the early Chinese imports. There's stuff made in the 70s and 80s in China that's good. No, but then there's Temu, right? And so, yes, thank you for saying that. I usually say that a lot, that I will put, if it's made in China and it's crap, I won't even sell it. Just, yeah, there is that. Okay. So thank you for looking at that. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here, and thank you. I'm learning about that stuff, and I really truly didn't know, but I do now about that they come in colors. I mean, I've actually had people sell me, over the last year and a half, brooches that are gorgeous and they look vintage and they're so, ooh. And but they don't show the back. And then I get them and it's like, oh my God, that's like a 50-cent Temu item. And it just pisses me off. In fact, Ross Simon pieces are made in China. Yeah, and I'm bringing up a Ross Simon piece that I got somewhere, and it's made in China, and it's beautiful. Now, Doug, am I crazy? Don't you have a sale today? Or did you cancel? Did it start at 4? Am I nuts? I feel like I'm nuts. I feel like I put your link in because I had a rude awakening morning today. Oh, at 5. Oh, there you go. Okay, I thought it was 4. See, when you wake up to your partner calling you saying, hey, for the umpteenth time, my van got broken into and all my power tools are gone. Yeah. So at 5, everyone, at 5. So I will put in the starting bid. This is a gorgeous heart with this stylized rose in there. It could absolutely go on anything you want. Well, dimension. You got to have the dimensions right. This is old. Ooh, is that actually writing on the back? Is it? And it is on just a very fine sterling silver chain. It is 16 inches. So it's going to fall right about there. Let me put in the starting bid while I see. It was. Okay, so I'm not, thank you. Like, I'm completely out of it. My back's hurting. I woke up to craziness this morning. Maybe I shouldn't even be doing a sale. Thank you for saving my brain, Doug. Sometimes it really takes a village with me. This is going to be 24 rose sterling silver. And I am going to see, I showed these yesterday. Yeah, because I did the clear it out on Tuesday. But it looked like it had writing. Yeah. Oh, no. It just says, well, oh, Lord. It's very old. There's a copyright. You can see the 925. And then there's someone's name on here. But you see how faded out it is. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to figure that out. So $24 sterling silver chain with this beautiful, I mean, this is clearly probably 1970s or older. But I tend to go with 70s on this piece. But what do I know? Okay. There you go. So that's the thing I'm not supposed to do. Bend forward. Let's move on to something totally different. Does anyone want to see sterling silver charms? Or how about some vintage whatnot? What if we do that? Doug, how is everything going? How are you, Doug? How are you? That's all I want to know. How are you? I don't know how often anyone asks you. Probably, that might be an annoying question. You might get that too often. Seriously. Sometimes when we're going through stuff and everyone in the world wants to ask that question, after a while, it's not helpful. It's annoying. I've been there. So, really? Whoop, whoop. You are younger than me. Happy birthday, young man. Wow. Oh, that's spectacular. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Every day that I am still here feels like a miracle. That is just happy birthday. I hope you have a dinner or cake or ice cream or whatever it is that you want to do to yum it up. Or maybe you want to do nothing. I'm 65. So the backs of these, of course, they're not signed. And they have the 3-hole clips. They don't have multiple colors. They only have 2, but we'll get into that in a minute. I promise I'll do my nails for next week. I promise. Here is the puddling structure. It's done very well. (1950s). And here's the earrings. Look at how dang pretty these are. These are a buy it now. They're all the happy birthdays. I think they're a buy it now for something. Where'd it go? 14. Buy it now for 14. Which I think is a really good price. They're like this beautiful electric blue with the light blue here. So I would say this is like probably an iris. They're probably going to be about an inch. Every time I put a pair of clip-on earrings on, I do not feel like my grandmother or something like that. I just feel elegant. And these clip-ons are still working very well. They're solidly on my ear. And every time I put them on, I'm just like, oh, so now I'm ready to go out. And these are not ear climbers, so they don't have a one direction and another direction. But see, now all I need is a nicer shirt or a dress, and I'm ready to go. Where are we going? Need to go somewhere. The beach. I could put these on and we could go to the beach. So those were a buy it now for 14. And even the prong setting is very well done on these. So while they're not, as far as I know, I don't think these are a designer, Juliana or Delisner, which, I mean, they were there. It's just, never mind. These were not Woolworths either. I would love to see the matching necklace and bracelet these went with. Webster Hall. Billy. What does that mean? Billy. Did you live at Webster Hall when you went to school somewhere? What does that mean? Oh, okay. I have a friend who lives up here, and we had dinner with her last Sunday, and I could not believe it when she told me that she went to UC Berkeley only because there wasn't dorm space, and I don't know, San Jose, wherever it was, that she lived, and wound up living in like the worst, drugged out, crazy place called Barrington Hall in Berkeley. Piece of history. You can do your own research about it. But my mouth fell open because this lady is the last lady who had any idea what she was getting into moving in there. Oh my gosh. Going to the beach and bringing a bottle of rosé. There you go. See? There you go. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Okay. So y'all gotta, speak up what you're interested in. Ooh. This. I want to bring this piece today. I really, really do. But I did not have time to do some necessary things, so I'm going to give it my necessary research. It's incredible. I'm just gonna. And two, yes, we need. You know what we need? We need the Oh my God. They're like anti-gravity, but all they are is a certain type of full body recliner, and they go up or down and you can lock it in place, and it has a natural dip in your legs like that. They're just recliners. They're like $80 a piece. And they are. I used to get acupuncture at my little clinic here in the valley, and the guy brought one of those in, and he would put me in it and tilt me back, and I felt like I was just floating. You know, it had nothing to do. He hadn't even put the acupuncture needles in yet. Unbelievable. I need one of those chairs in my living room. Okay. This is a serious piece of jewelry. Take a chance. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Noel. Take a chance. Take a chance. I mean, you know, all I have is today. So, and if I gotta buy one of those recliners, because if I had that, I would sit outside and stare at my wildlife instead of looking through the window. I do have a recliner chair that works fairly well, but I want one of those. It is like the best thing. Okay, I know I'm starting this at 110. I get inventory all over the place, and I don't even think that the person knew who made this, but it's incredible. Look at the double clasp on this. The whole thing is sterling silver. Look at the links. This is beautiful. It is a piece that, you know, I try to never buy unless it's something I'm willing to be stuck with. And this is something I would be willing to be stuck with. So it starts up here. And goes down. Here's the bottom. This is solid sterling silver. It is very not deco and not brutalist. There is another name that I'm thinking of in terms of art style. But it's going out of my brain right now. So it comes down to these very thick pieces, and then this on the bottom. Another solid piece. I mean, this is heavy. I don't even know how many grams this is, because I have a scale, but it doesn't see how it's cut at an angle, thicker than thinner. It's heavy. It's got to be a lot of grams, but I don't know what that is. This is very delicate, but this is really solid. I'll put it on and show it to you. I know it's 110, right? It's like, what? But it is. So the way it opens like that. So it has that safety feature. I believe this is a known artist. Possibly. I just can't fully remember what's happening right now. So this is going to get in the way. My own jewelry. Let's put it over here. Ugh, that's awful. Isn't this stunning? This is coming down to just about 20, 21 inches. It's right before the fold. This is so beautiful. I wish I remember what I paid. I didn't. I put it aside and I was going to research it, and then I didn't get to it. It's stunning. And I got it, good Lord, maybe a couple months ago now. This is the first time I've ever shown it. And if you want to take a screenshot, let me see, and try to see if you can find the designer, go for it. Yes, it is, Noelle. It is. I paid way up for this. That's why I'm asking such a high price. That is all sterling silver. Yep. And I bought this from someone who is very reputable, gemologist. So, yeah, it truly is. I don't even think it says 925 anywhere on it. And I tell you what I'm going to do. You'll take the chance, Noelle? So here's what I'm going to do, Noelle, because I was just going to say this. I am going to sell it to you for 110 and now, unless someone wants to come in at 115. And then I will do scratch test before I bill you. I will do that this weekend, okay? Because I swear that's what this is. But if I'm wrong, there's no way I'm going to sell you something that's, crap. I'm not, even if it was pewter, it's not crap, but it certainly wouldn't be worth 110 unless it was one of the most famous artists out there, right? So I will test it before I bill you. Okay. I love this piece. It's stuff like that turns me on. So not diamonds, just cool pieces like that. So this is awesome. And I remember buying it. I remember paying way up. I remember all of that. And this person doesn't really sell much costume, but I will revisit it. Okay. Because I'm not. So I'm going to put it here. Noelle, 110 and test. And I'm actually going to put a sticky note to test it. It's gorgeous. Thank you, Noelle. It's gorgeous. Will this even? That won't even work. What is with me and my sticky notes? Here you go. I just want to be extra, extra sure. I do know what I'm talking about, but I can also, get mixed up, and it's a big ticket item, and I respect that. So, and then I will email you. Hi, Deborah. What's happening? What's going on? Oh, this is a really pretty piece that the jury is out on for me. And I was going to wait. I have a whole box of stuff to test with my Presidium, and I got this piece and I was like, I should test this. Well, I haven't tested it. So, who knows? There's no markings, but we're just going to go for it. That was a great necklace, Deborah. Wow. Actually, I will test it, but I really don't think I'm wrong. And I would hate to be, because that would make me look, But because I didn't pull the invoice and I didn't research it again, I just want to be, I'm pretty meticulous like that. You all know that. So this is a clasp. Definitely an older. It does not have the little piece that comes down that would indicate more like 50s, etc. It is a rollover. And what's interesting to me is that it's a silver colored old rollover, but the metal is gold tone. Now, and I said I'm not going to pull that over there anymore. So, you see these and how they're green and white? And then you have the pearls, or perhaps faux pearls. The brooch is twisted round and round like that. This is stone. Now, so I was wondering if it was jade, like a dyed jade, or if it's just a colorized stone. Don't know. Don't know if the pearls are real. I'm going to assume they're faux. But here's the other thing. I can't find any marks that say anything about gold. Let's see if you can see that. And this, I don't think you're seeing that. There, right down there. It has that brushed look. So I'm thinking this is just high-end costume vintage brooch. I'm honestly, with the way this clasp is, it doesn't come sticking out like it did in the 50s and 60s. It's either a 1970s or it's really early. And the jury's out for me as to what is true. I don't know. And looking something like this up and trying to figure it out, like from a Google image search, would be very difficult because there's just so many brooches out there in the world. So, yeah, I don't know. I have to assume I'm not going to rub this on my teeth right now and all that. But it's absolutely beautiful. It really reminds me of Christmas and just of everyday wear. And it's probably 1.25 inches in diameter. But again, the fact that this is gold tone and then it's that teeny tiny, much older. So this is something we could talk about today. This tiny clasp right here, rollover, is very much indicative of, to me, more turn of the century. So, and this is, oh my gosh, so sharp. Yeah. So I don't know. Everything in me says that it's really old, and that is based on the clasp. And the rest of it, I don't know, but it's 18. There you go. There you go. Let me put it in a bag. Is there anything in particular that anyone really wants to see today? let me know, because I'm doing a shorter sale than sometimes I do much longer ones. So let me know. I think this is one of my last of these. I think it is a buy it now. And I think it's one of the last ones I have. I could be mistaken because I organized all my stuff and sorted it. I may have a couple more, and I know I have one, but there's a rod, or the other name starts with T, Tessera? I think it's Tessera, missing in the middle. This is a miniature. Now see the piece under the clasp that's sticking out? That's what I was talking about. And it's not just in rollover. It can also be in spring closing clasps. This does not have the stamp Italy, but we all know that it is Italy. And it's a beautiful one. Absolutely gorgeous. The colors are fantastic. It is a smaller one, but not super small. Thank you, Noel. I feel like I'm a teenager, or in my early 20s, and I went out clubbing all night, and oh my Lord. Thank you, Noel. So this is probably 1960s, maybe 50s piece made in Italy with the Tessera glass rods, because the design is so large. Micro mosaics used to be teeny tiny like this. The God bless, it's not the handle, but the strut, the fret used to be tiny pieces. And then as it became more and more popular and they sold to tourists, they started making them larger because they're selling so much more. And even the inset that looks like strings, those are tiny glass rods. And I think the colors of this, that like bluish gray, two different colors. Ooh, why is my hand shaky? In the burnt orange, along with regular orange, I think it's sexy. I don't know. This is an unusual color combination. So buy it now at $20. You're focusing on my nails, Noel. Don't focus on my nails. Look at the jewelry. Oh no, Noel. That makes me worried that everyone is just coming on and going, look at her nails. Oh my God. That's terrible. That's terrible, y'all. Come on. Noel. You did make me laugh, but I'm like, no. Okay, I'm going to bring this back. Thank you for making me laugh. It's been a long day with a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of stuff going on. Okay, I'm 36. So there's the starting bid, 36, eggplant, early 1980s, Avon. These sell average 50. They're listed there's always sellers who list them for way less because they want to sell them, right? But really, they're listed generally around $70. You know how we do that, Heidi? By going to a salon and having multiple coats put on and stuck in the thing with the gelish, and so it's like burned onto melted onto your nails. Yeah. Ugh. And so this is an Avon necklace. It's Avon, but it is I couldn't believe it. I know I've said this before, but I couldn't believe how insanely collectible this piece of Avon is. Same goes with that charm bracelet, and Avon is back. Avon is back. Do not make the mistake thinking it isn't. So this is a classic. It's silver toned for the top seed pod leaf. Then you know how the eggplants have this top. It's got the gold tone around it. This is so well designed. And underneath, if you lift this up, it's a perfume bottle, and it is eggplant purple. It's incredible. It had perfume in it. They shipped it to me like that. I poured the perfume out, but it still has that smell. So you're going to need to put like some alcohol or something in there and let it sit, but don't get it on the metal. I'm serious. Look up eggplant perfume Avon bottles. Ridiculous, but true. Avon is, that's why I keep showing that charm bracelet. And I will take this stuff to other platforms. That's okay. I can do that. I love this. I loved it, and I bought it because I loved it. And then when I discovered what it was and how collectible it was, I was just like, okay. So this is about a 20-inch. Yeah, 20 inches with the bottle. It's fabulous. Talk about kitsch. Barb is in. Yeah, I started out asking, I think about 50. This is so cool, but it really smells like the old Avon perfume, Barb. So you're going to have to... You're going to have to do something about that. So anyone else would have to come in at 38 or higher. This is just... And here's what you do. Get the smell out of what's in here, unless you like the smell. And then it's got... So the cap opens. I mean, I didn't even show you that, but there it goes. It all still works. And it's just open. There's the Avon. You can put your own whatever perfume it is that you wear in there, or absolutely nothing, or fill it with little teeny tiny beads. I mean, it's all up to you, right? Yes, and I don't do the plastic and all that stuff on my nails anymore. I did it for a long time. Fair warning. But my back is not I can't go back and forth across the hill to go to a nail salon anymore. So I do have a friend who owns an organic nail salon here in the big town of almost 600 people. So I think I'm going to start going to her and just, because I like manicures, right? And she can do all this. Sold to Barb for for $36. It's a fabulous piece, Barb. But it really, you'll smell it. Sorry about that. It smelled less before I poured it out, but I had to. And I'm pretty sure if you know, let me take that back. Hold on. No, you can't. You can't swap out the chain. It's on these teeny tiny little triangles. You could take it to a jeweler and do that, but you wouldn't want to do it yourself. Thank you, Barb. If you want to swap it out onto like real gold or silver, because it would match either, you would need to have a jeweler do it. Okay. Barb has a bag. Barb has a bag, and this needs to go in a bag. It wasn't a bag. Let's put it back on a bag. Not on a torque, because the triangles where the chain are just barely big enough to have the pre-made chain that then comes up in it. So, I mean, I suppose you could carefully break the chain without breaking the little thing and put jump rings in and then attach the chain to the jump ring. If you know how to do all that and you can do it carefully, you know. Organic nail salon. The nails. No, well, what are you talking about? No. I mean, she still uses like a bake on gel thing. She just doesn't use powder. She doesn't use Dremels. She uses, apple cider vinegar, non-acetone, all that kind of good stuff. So your nails, look, I had these things dremeled to death with plastic, the plastic powder stuff they put on them, not the tips, but the powder, for 6 years, and they were crap. And then I let that all grow off, and I kept it off, and my nails grow out long within 2 weeks, and they're not as strong as when I was younger, but they're not breaking either. So hands up. Oh, yes, Barb, that's lovely. Yeah, you can't really see my pink depression glass perfume bottles, but that's a good idea. No, well, yep, organic. So after a week, everything just disappears. Maintenance is done. Oh, Melly, yeah, you ate organic enough to bite your nails. Yep, I don't know. Food grade, right? Food grade. Speaking of that, there's some freaking food that you squeeze out of a pouch that's like fruit or whatever in plastic pouches that they recalled that they're selling at Target for adults, not just kids. In the plastic, food grade plastic is coming off, and you're sucking in the plastic. It's like, say what? Jesus Lord. The Dremel is, first off, okay, I'm going to be done with this. I'm going to sell stuff. Dremels are a cheater's way. Nail salons should not be dremeling your nails. They should not be dremeling your nails. They should be doing what they did 20 years ago, soaking it off little by little. Why do they not do that anymore? Because it takes too much time and they can't get customers in and out fast enough. Dremeling ruins your nail. It literally goes down more than 2 layers in here and just strips everything off your nails. So if your nail salon is doing that to you, you tell them to knock it off. Melly, have some coffee. I am going to be done pretty soon because Melly is having a sale. Yep, Melly. Melly is having a sale. and I want to feed my animals and I want to be there. Melly's having a sale. Doug is having a sale. Everyone's having a sale tonight. We got choices. I could never stay awake that long at night to really, like, hang out for too long. But I always pop in and stay for as long as possible. Okay, wait a minute. Trying to read the name on this brooch. Ow, okay. Woo, and my back is just something else. It's driving me nuts. Starting bid of 22. Oh, Doug has Yippee stuff as well. I have been Melly. Yippee used to come to my sales long time ago. And what a darling. I finally got to Kathy. I finally got to read her obituary, and everyone has her stuff, and everyone's been selling it this week, and it's just been beautiful to watch. So this starts at $22. Wow. I mean, Kirsten was on selling Yippee stuff today. Everyone. I mean, she knew what she loved and she bought it. She had the biggest, unique, every different type of jewelry collection. Look at this. This is so beautiful. It is silver toned. Probably late 60s. It is copyright art. That is a brand. ART. It is a collectible brand. All the AB rhinestones are open in the back to let the light shine through. Really good construction. See, either too much or too little light. So right in there, it's a copyright art. Still got that little bit of, we're not quite doing the standardized same old pins yet, but it doesn't it barely comes out. So I'm thinking mid 60s, and the stones in here. What am I looking at? Okay. Just making sure I'm not looking at anything that's missing. Yeah, Deborah, I can totally see that it makes you sad to see it. Yeah, that's going to happen to all of us, right? It reminds me of dealing with my parents' stuff. And yeah, I know. And Melly, I stood by a lot when I did vintage. She still came involved a few pieces here and there. I've recognized a few things. Yeah, I know. Right. And she would be happy that it's not just going to Goodwill or, whatever. It's going back to the people from whence it came. Like the circle is being completed. And I wonder if she didn't even put that in her will. I mean, honestly, if she didn't say, when I pass, I want this to be divided up among the resellers that I purchased it from, so that it full circle, and organized, right? I'm even wondering, I don't think that all the pieces went back to the people she bought it from. It was just divided by who specializes in what. I think. I don't know. I you know what? I'm not in on that, so I really don't know. It's 2.5 inches long, and it's 2 inches wide. And again, okay, nope. This time I see it, which is fascinating because Where's the bag? Yep. Okay, so here's the deal. I can repair this and bring it back another time. I have a ton of repairs I need to do. There is right there a missing stone. I can repair it, but so I have to pull it. So never mind. I have to repair it. Yeah, exactly. Leslie's been, yep, exactly. Yep. Leslie. Oh, Leslie. Oh. Oh, so Leslie offered to do, okay. There you go. Wow. I didn't even know. I mean, I read, yeah, I don't know like the full backstory to everything. You know, what happened and how long Yippee had to figure all that out and everything. But it's just like a full circle story, you know, and I think that's beautiful. So I think I'm going to end. I'm almost, Melly's coming on in 9 minutes and I'm over in 7. So yeah, yeah, Melly. Yeah, I could dig it. Let me show a couple silver charms. Um, Lord, I feel like I didn't show enough vintage. Oh, let me show. I'm going to show these 2 bracelets and then I'll show like a silver charm because these are vintage. And so I want to do that. So this is yeah, it's a whole thing. This is a buy it now. RL. Whoops, I put a O. Ralph Lauren. It is silver. It is sterling silver coated over some type of other metal, brass, pewter, etc. Ball bracelet. It's very cool. It still has its hang tag. And it is going to be for $16. Yippee-yi-yo, Kaye. It was a great name. And I think that was perfect because that's exactly how she lived from what I read. So, Melly, you're on in 8 minutes. I hope you got your coffee made. Melly, I think it's 8 minutes. Look at this. I actually, I got this in a lot. I had no idea what it was. And then I was like, well, okay, but what about the hang tag? Oh, the hang tag, Ralph Lauren. Got it. Then I was like, wait a minute. Is a discoloration that I'm seeing mean that it's silver? And I put it aside to test it. It is on a, and this is actually on a chain. It's heavy. And sure enough, I looked this up, I researched it, and then I started polishing it. And this thing was like dark black. And I see like here, and I started polishing a bunch of the pieces. It is a toggle bracelet. And it's beautiful. And I'm assuming this is maybe, it's an earlier Ralph Lauren, but what does that mean? 70s? I don't know. But it's very cool. And it does need more polishing, but I will leave that up to you. The hang tag when I got it was so blackened that I couldn't even read it. It's a really nice piece. And this, $7.5. $7.5. And see, you can see the ones that my polishing cloth got to and where it didn't. It's a very nice piece, and it is just sterling silver plated, but I think it's really great for 16 bucks. Buy it now. The Ralph Lauren was black. I could not read it. There's still some discoloration. Still needs some little bit of polishing. And that, where is it? This may be actual wear right there because the hang tag got banged around where the silver plating came off. Unclear. And then this was black as well. And now you can see the silver. And yeah, it's just, plated, but it's Ralph Lauren, it's designer, it's collectible. Designer stuff is always hot. People always want it. Like, you have a pair of Ralph Lauren tennis shoes. How random is that? Tennis shoe freaks are all about it. As long as they're in pristine condition, they want to own it just because they have an RL on them. Fact. Hey, I love jewelry. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Okay, and Doug is coming on in a couple minutes as well. So I'm going to show this again and let everyone know. I don't remember exactly, but I think it was 55. And today I'm starting it at 60. This is at first I thought it was, good Lord. Of course, now it's Bumblebee Jasper. I looked it up and did some research because of the yellow colors and the grays on top of the brown. And it still could be, but it also could be pictorial jasper. And then this is likely made by, I think it's Rob Mance, Manse. Manse. He did lots and lots of very beautiful sterling silver, multiple gem Balinese work. And so that's likely who it is. This is almost 3.5 inches long. There are multiple different gemstones here. This is all sterling silver. It's a huge bale. This absolutely, I did, Melly. It's gone. See? Boom. There's a tiny piece up there. I didn't want to get too close to the sterling. So I got all of that off. Well, there's a couple little lines in this ring lights pick up stuff that when you're not in a ring light, it doesn't pick up. But I did. Thank you for your help, Melly. I just used very light acetone and then washed it, with a paper towel and then did it again. But all the blistering from the clear coat is gone. And yeah, look up Mance, Manse. He's still making stuff. This is a vintage piece of his, 925, and this is worth a lot more than a starting bid of 60. So if anyone's interested, I have it. Yeah, I don't have that, but you know what? I need to get that, the food grade oil. Yes, wooden cutting board. I do have a wooden cutting board, and I learned about cleaning them, really well, and then doing that. I think sometime in the 80s, and then it went out of my head as life went on, and I stopped doing it. So I'm going to close on 2 items. Melly, honey, aren't you Melly? Am I crazy? Yes. Okay. Yep. And you have a sale, Melly. Unless you canceled, but I don't think you did. Okay. 2 things. Two things, and then I'm done. Feed my animals, and my back, the minute I sat down here, was like, rah. So, Melly, I'll see you at your sale in a bit. This is a starting bid of $99. It's a Reach, RICCHIO sterling bracelet. This is beautiful. And I'm doing this, showing this, and then I think I'm showing a sterling silver charm, but you know what? I really may not. My back would be happy with me if I did not. So that's okay. Now I'm going to hide. This is over on the side. This. I got a Vermeil, one of these recently. And I have absolutely, and not by the same maker. At least I don't think so, but maybe. I absolutely am in love with these. The Vermeil one I have, these go on and wear like butter. And the way that they cut it and wrap it, this is solid sterling. It's just so beautiful. And these are so comfortable. And I'm pretty sure that this, is a lot more than what yeah. Of course, I always do that thing where, how do I undo it? And it's like the most ridiculous thing, and it's so easy, and then I can't do it at all. I have no idea what my problem is. What is my problem? Okay. It's just a hinge, and there you go. You push down on the top right here. Note to self, dummy. Oh, Heidi, I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry you have a headache. So, it's a hinge. So you push down on here. It has the safety piece. Heidi, don't apologize. This is really good. This is very heavy. It is 26.5 grams, essentially, of silver. Made in Italy. And it feels, it's cold. It's like butter. And it is 7.75. So it's a big one. It is a 7.75, right? So I wear a 7.25, and it is a 7.75, almost. If you got to an 8, you're into a ladies large. So, I mean, this is way too big for me. It's gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. And I mean, I already have the information down there, but I might as well look and see if it says something that's of super duper importance other than what I already know. I don't think so. $9.25 Italy. $9.25 Italy. It is a large one. And so these were made for men and women. And the larger sizes are always harder to find. And it's 26.5 grams of sterling silver. So I think that's a good price. Okay. I'm going to close on a vintage charm. I'm going to close on a really cool vintage charm. Let's do the poodle. Let's do the poodle. And this is my last piece. I don't do recaps, so this is my last piece. And then we can go to Millie's or Doug's, or those of you who can do 2 auctions at once can do that. I absolutely cannot do that. Focusing on one is hard enough. Starting bid of 20 sterling silver. Oh my God. And this baby is tarnished. This baby is tarnished. Little Fifi. This baby, I will leave it up to you to polish. Look at Fifi. Now, I had a toy poodle. That was my first dog. And we used to give him sometimes this haircut. This is not the teddy bear. This is something else where you have the palms on the feet and then the ruff here and the palm on the tail. And this is a big one. He's solid. He is a solid guy. And he does have his jump ring. I'll show you. See? He's solid. Ah, I love these. I remember, I mean, I don't know if they still do this. And he even has this little ears in palms. They must still do this, but you know, in the 90s, I bought a charm bracelet at Yosemite when I went to Yosemite, and it had all the things to do with Yosemite. But even better and more fun was traveling, and everywhere you went, he is really strutting. Ooh. Everywhere you went as you traveled across the country and around the world, you would get a charm denoting that place or that theme or whatever, and wind up with a charm bracelet that had, you know, like 40 charms on it. And they were sterling. And I'll tell you a thing about sterling. Okay, Heidi, I hope you do too. I hope I do as well. The thing about sterling, in the 70s, I used to buy sterling things like this chain and this baby ganache and, you know, maybe these with the moonstones in them, things like that. And while they were, you know, I had to pay up, it was still very cheap. And it's not just because it's, you know, however long later. It's because it wasn't valued in the same way. Like the Harvey House Native American cuffs and all that kind of stuff, silver was not valued and prized in the way it is today. And so a charm like this might have been $8 back then. Seriously. And now you'd be hard pressed to buy brand new a charm like this for less than $40. So that's what I'm closing on. Heidi, I hope you feel better. I have other charms and charm bracelets. I have a fabulous, I have an alpaca bracelet. I think I have a sterling silver. I have vintage galore, you know, but hey, we're done. I'm going to go deal with my animals and pop over to Mellie's cell for a little while. And then I'm going to do absolutely nothing. If anyone's watching on the replay and you see something you want, please email me here. Or you know what? Do me a favor. I'm going to change out my email address. Leave a comment here on this sale because I don't know what's happening with why emails aren't getting through, but they're not. So leave a comment, okay? And somehow we'll connect. Next week, I will have everything changed and we'll have my new email. And hopefully there's no issues with that. I don't know what the problem is, but whatever. Yay! Good, Deborah. Okay, Heidi, go to bed, honey. Go to bed. Thank you. Thank you. And Kathy, thank you. Everyone, thank you. Noelle, I will send you an email tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Go somewhere. Melly put her link in and Doug put her link in. Go over one of those places or go to bed. Whatever you got to do. Me, I'm going to get food and go to bed. Love y'all. Ciao, man.